Hey, what's up? What's
Hey.
up? Welcome to another night with In the Chair with Monty and Mimi. And look, we are super excited to be back. We took a week off last week, but we are back and we are in full effect. So what's up, Mimi? How you doing, girl?
Child ain't nothing. Been outraged at all this mess going on in the world.
Okay, so you're gonna have to fill me in
hmm
because I haven't been really paying attention
Child.
to what's going on.
Well, they supposed to be I was on a town hall meeting tonight over the phone with the school system, and they are opening the schools back up.
Oh,
Um of April the 8th and the 15th for the trifling parents that, you know, want the kids out the house so they can do whatever the fuck it is they want to do.
so do you really think that's what it
I,
is?
I absolutely do.
What's up, Sandra? So listen, I feel like I haven't seen you. I didn't see you last week at work. I heard you over there. I was with a client
Yeah.
running late, and then you left out. So I was just like, "Oh, okay, girl. I didn't see
I
you.
ain't leave. I was there.
Oh, I thought you left. I didn't see you when I left. You was
Mm-mm,
gone.
child. I was probably quiet because everybody that came to me, ain't nobody had no perm, child. I've been doing all them blow dry and press out, child.
Oh, what's up, Linda?
Mm.
What's up? So before we get started tonight, I just want to say thank y'all for the birthday wishes from everybody. Listen, thank you. Mimi want to say thank you. We say thank
Mm-hmm.
you. We're going to do something special this month about our birthdays and stuff. We just have to come together and get it together. Also, it's been a week, y'all. Well, and the
Yeah.
week started today, but it's been a weekend for me. However, I'm thankful. I want to send a shout out. Can I send a shout out? A couple of shout
Go
outs.
on, do your thing.
Okay. By the way, tonight's word is
Shame.
shame. Hey, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Um, happy belated birthday, Mary White. Um,
Oh, happy birthday, Pisces.
She is a Pisces, yes.
Woo,
She's
woo.
from Lubbock, Texas. We
Yeah.
yes, I've been knowing Mary a long time. So happy belated birthday, Mary. Um, so I want to send a shout out for my shirt. Actually, the shirt that I'm wearing, it's called I Am Enough.
Yeah.
It's I Am Enough, hashtag I Am Enough, and it is by Justin Ruffin. It's one of his designs. You can find him on Facebook and Instagram, Justin Ruffin. Check out his stuff. Hashtag I'm Enough.
Let me write
And
that
then
down. I got to write
you
stuff
writing it
down.
down? He has
Child, I
sweatshirt.
got to write stuff down because I forget.
He has a lot of stuff. And then another shout out to Trendy and Crazy. Trendy and Crazy. I'm wearing her bracelet on tonight. So I think it's really important that we really highlight our Black-owned businesses. And so I wanted to wear her bracelet. I wore it to work, so I kept it on just for the show. And then I put his shirt on. I've been had it for a while, and I was just like, I need to show it and make sure that people see it. What's up, Africa? So yeah, but I want to say thank you for all the birthday wishes. I know we have a special guest on tonight, but tradition is we start the show off and then we talk about what we're going to talk about, and then we bring our guest on. So, Miss Jermaine, give us a minute. Um, so Mimi, what
Yeah.
else? What did you do for your birthday? What did you do? We haven't kicked
Nothing.
it to you.
Old lady turned up, going out to eat. We're
That
going
ain't
out like we do.
that ain't old
Child,
lady.
when I tell you, I had every intention of coming out on Saturday. Child, I had three back to back. I mean, and I swear these women had hair from oh Lord, it was so long and it was so thick, and everybody, it's been a minute since I've been in the salon full time. And, and
Listen,
I ain't gonna lie, they wore a sister out. When I got off work, I came home and sat on this little cute little bench at the foot of my bed.
and it was over for you.
Honey, I ran out of minutes. I had the outfit laid out. I ran out of minutes. I was gonna be cute, but I ran out of minutes.
You know what? You can wear it when we go to fuck other child. How about that?
Yeah, and
You
because we going to fuck up the child.
wear it when we go there.
Yeah.
So listen, this week Well, we'll talk about that next week. That all my drama. I really didn't have any drama, but
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just life.
it's just life. You just deal with it. It says Monty owes you a birthday song. I did say
Yeah. Go, well, he did kiss my book too. So y'all
I
make
put
sure
the books in that that made up for
anybody
that.
didn't get their book, make sure
Please
that you
go buy
get
your
your
book,
book.
y'all. Go buy your book.
It's still
Do I
some
need to
time.
spell it? Let me jump up real quick. Let me
Yeah, you gonna do that.
since we talking about black people, right? Black
That's
business.
right.
So listen, 108 words to know. So thank you
Hmm.
for all the people that have purchased it so far. Thank you so much. We're thankful. Brandon and I are thankful. 108 words to know. I have them in the salon. I know a couple of people stop by the shop to see if we had them, but I do have them in the salon. You can order it off my page. You can order off of Brandon's page. Mimi has them in her salon. You can pick up one off of Mimi. They're everywhere. You can go on Amazon. If you don't want us to sign it, look, I support that too. Just go on Amazon and buy it. Please buy the book, 108 Words to Know. The Square site is right there. You can purchase it directly through that. We'll sign them and they ship them out the next day to you. So you'll have it
Hmm.
really quick. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mimi, for reminding me.
I'm no problem. That's what
Um,
we do.
yeah. Happy belated birthday, Mimi. They're saying happy birthday.
Well,
And I
thank
know
you.
you had a good one because you've been sun kissed ever since. You had your chest out. You always got them girls out, don't you?
Well, I mean, they starter girls now because they used to be full fledged girls. Now they little girlettes. But I done survived cancer, so I just got my little starter chest. So I'm just happy with them. Hmm.
Africa says she gonna send me some money. I want mine autographed and hand delivered. I will bring it right to you, Africa.
I
I
know
sure
that's
will.
right.
I sure will. I have no problems in bringing it to you. So listen, tonight, y'all. Tonight we doing something
Mhm.
a little bit different, right? So normally
Mhm.
Lamont is the one that introduces the show. Lamont says a lot, but tonight I'm riding with Mimi, y'all. I'm in Mimi's car tonight. So Mimi,
Yes.
take it away.
So we are going to talk about relationships. Okay. And it's not going to be one type of relationship. We got some hot topics, like hot topic relationships. It's a lot of stuff that's going on Facebook. And I know y'all done seen with the Kirk Franklin, Derek Jackson, the kids going back to school. So we're going to talk about the parent-child relationships, the romantic relationships with yourself. We talking about it all tonight.
All right, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yes.
So what's our word for tonight?
Our word is a shame.
A shame is the word.
Shame.
Okay, shame is the word. So every time you
Mhm.
hear shame, you have to do what?
Got to take a drink.
Take a drink. All right, Mimi got it.
Yeah.
Mimi's running the show tonight, y'all. So every
I'm
time
drinking. I'm drinking Jameson green tea tonight.
oh, Jameson and green tea. So every time you hear the word shame, you have to take a drink. So Mary White, because you are watching the show, that means that you need to go to your refrigerator and grab something to drink. Mary don't drink. Mary
We're
say,
gonna get you some sparkling cider or something left over from the church. It's okay.
go
It's
grab
all
you
right.
something. Everybody grab your drink and we're about to start the show. Go ahead, Mimi.
Yeah.
Introduce your
So, so we're going to have this joining in with us this evening. Her name is Jermaine Kegler, and she is a very, very, very good friend of mine. Look at little exotic, cute self. She is she
Hey,
is
Mr.
Asian
Maine.
and black. Isn't she beautiful?
Hello, Mr. Maine. How are you?
Hello, I'm well. How is everybody? Hey, Mimi girl. See,
Yeah.
I'm ready. Wait a minute. Let me
Yeah,
shameless plug.
Oh, you
Shameless
got
that's
to do
right.
plug.
it.
That's right.
Yes, wait a
Yes,
minute. It gets even
yes.
better. I
You
My
have
got
to
to
friends
give
will
do
y'all
it.
come, honey.
love. Y'all see my autograph? That's right. I
Yeah,
went straight to the source.
You
Thank
that's
did.
y'all
You
for
right.
did.
having
You
me.
did.
Thank y'all. And Monty, again, happy belated. Mimi, love you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so much.
Yeah.
I
welcome. I
appreciate
gotta
that.
support my people.
Oh
Thank you
yeah,
so much.
she
Yes.
So let me
definitely
ask
does.
you a question
Yes.
before we get started. What's one of your favorite words in the book?
Oh my, there's so many. Hold on. Let me not blush. I learned last week, however, Punk in the Pulpit was one of the ones that I said, oh, wait a minute. And I shared the words with people in my family so they can come correct as well.
Uh-huh.
Because it was an education process for me. because I was like, oh, okay, I know what to say, what not to say, or just don't say anything at all.
Right.
Sometimes just listen out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
Right.
that was one,
Mm-hmm.
and
Absolutely.
I'm not shy.
You're not shy.
Okay,
Oh,
at
she's
all.
not.
I'm
Well, you
not.
know, to be one of my friends, you can't be.
Right.
And
Right.
she is
Right. Right.
very,
Yes,
very outspoken, and she's gonna keep it 100. And that's what I love about
thank
Jermaine.
you. I
Jermaine
love
has
you
had.
all
She's not shy about her life experiences,
at
and
all.
sharing them with folks, and you know,
It's an
don't like myself.
education.
Don't give a shit about being judged. It is what it is. We went
It is
through
what
it.
it is.
You grow through it, and you go on.
That's
All
all we
right.
can do.
Let's
All
get it
right.
popping.
Thank you.
Okay, so first one we're gonna start with because I was watching this, Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson.
So are you all okay? So Derek Jackson he's a social media personality. He is like a relationship expert slash motivational speaker.
Okay.
You've seen, I'm sure you probably just don't know who he, haven't because the name because he spells the last name with two X's,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Okay.
Well, so he I'm gonna say allegedly, because I don't know all of the facts, but he, I believe stepped out on his wife. So social media is all in an uproar because he's one of he's one of the personalities that a lot of times he will shout out men's faults where
Okay.
a lot of times folks, because we all know we're faulty on both sides. It's always stuff that you both can do a little better in a relationship, but he's not afraid to say, okay, man, we got to do a little bit better. So he is being bashed because he, allegedly stepped out on his wife, and everybody is talking about this like he's the first man that has cheated on his wife that is a public figure.
So is it that they're judging him because he cheated on her, or is it because this is a man that's always trying to give everybody advice about the relationship?
You know what? This is the thing. It might be a little bit of both, but see, I'm one. Even if, because it's a lot of pastors, it's a lot of um motivational speakers, it's a lot of people that are in places where they give out good advice. A lot of us give out good advice. Do we
Mhm.
necessarily take it? No. But it doesn't mean the advice isn't good, and it doesn't mean that we're not telling you the right thing. So I just think this is just the newest thing for somebody just to jump on that take the focus off of them in their lives.
So I do think that
Mm.
um, I do believe that people that offer advice, I think that sometimes, even for me as being ordained reverend in the church that preaches in the church, I know
Right.
that for me, like when I'm up and I'm telling the people, this is what you have to do. The word has to speak to yourself first before you can really truly deliver the word. I think that that's where people often go wrong is because they're willing to give out advice. And I'm using the pulpit as a stance to say,
Right.
give out advice how they should live their lives and how they should do this and that. But then behind closed doors, they're doing the opposite. And so what I have learned over the past 2 years, that
Mhm.
whenever you're given an opportunity to give someone advice, or if you're giving a person an opportunity, if you're given an opportunity to speak anything in any person's life, make sure that when you're speaking it, it's something that you can live by yourself. Don't tell nobody, oh, I'd leave. And you know that you stay at home and get beat up all the time. Because
Mhm.
you can't do that. And people
It's
do that
true.
often in relationships.
Absolutely. A lot of people do it, period, because
All the
nobody
time.
finds out.
Oh, I
All the
wouldn't do this,
time.
or I wouldn't do this. But then you have those people that they take it, and then they don't want you to be happy. Or they don't. They're saying, "Oh, I wouldn't do this, or I wouldn't do that." But then they at home and their husband tell them what to do, and they not doing nothing. or they get knocked upside the head, but they telling you to fight back. Well, why don't you fight back? You know, so then like whenever I'm working on a sermon or when I'm getting ready to deliver a sermon, it has to be something that speaks to me. And God and I have that relationship to where whenever God has given me something to speak, I still try to find Lamont in here. Where is Lamont in this text? You know, what is it saying to me? How can I help somebody? Even before I speak on somebody else's relationship, I have to look at my own. So I'm not going to tell nobody, oh, you need to leave. You need to run away. Normally, what I will say is, and you've heard me on this show, I will say, hey, listen, when I was with Jacoby or when Jacoby and I had this issue, this is how we dealt with it. You know, I don't always agree with how it has happened. However, this is what I've dealt with. It's not been a secret that I was in an abusive relationship prior to Jacoby, that I was with a woman that I got beat on. And my friends were the ones that told me to fight back. And then I started fighting back. But I brought that into my relationship with Jacoby. And I had to go through some strict counseling in order to get myself together. So that's the testimony I tell people. I've been abused. I brought it with me. And I started off as an abuser, but then I got some help so that way that I can understand where I was going wrong. So those are the kinds of things that people should tell people.
And also, and I totally understand that, but see what happens as well. You may start out in a healthy, happy relationship, but we all know because we are over 40. Shit changes.
It does.
It changes. I mean, and sometimes we become different. You know, we grow or you know and don't like the same things and sometimes and even when you love your partner, you know, sometimes you will. That's not my personality, but I know I can sympathize or empathize with someone that doesn't want to hurt the other person, so they might not tell them that hard truth because they know that person might be a little fragile. You know, it's a lot of time in, it's a lot of investment. You got property, you know, you got business, money tied together. You know, so you go get what I call the relationship assistance. You know, that you know a lot of people, you know, they have them. And it helps the marriage run a lot smoothly.
Right.
Now,
Stop. What is a relationship assistance? You need to be blunt.
Okay. Well, I don't like to use the word side piece. You know, extra. So you know, it's a side chick or the side Negro. You know, as folks call. I'm trying not to use the NIGG. Yeah, that word.
Right.
So that I call them relationship assistants.
Right.
And sometimes those are necessary for your primary relationship to run smoothly. I know it's controversial, folk don't agree, but a lot of times they don't realize they're in very happy marriages because they have relationship assistants and they don't even know that they have them assisting their relationship.
You know, I have to agree with you that there are a lot of people that are in relationships that they don't even understand that their partner is doing something else.
Absolutely.
Or they desire something else. I've known females, I've had several clients that have shared, you know, oh, my husband don't do this, or my husband don't do this, or then they would say, I don't do this, so if he doing this, that's fine with me. I'm okay. You know, and so some people need that assistant. But then here comes the other piece to that. If you're not having clear communication, then it won't work. It doesn't work because once that person finds out, then they're hurt. So that's why the communication is very important. And that was part of my sermon yesterday, MiMi. I preached from Philippians 4:13. And it says that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But my topic, what I talked about was watch me work. And so what I was saying is that sometimes you have to have hard conversations with God in order to understand who you really are. It's okay
to already know.
Right.
Okay. You got to have hard conversations with yourself.
Right. And
God, he made you. He
already know. Already know.
But this is the problem, and this is what I'm saying, and I understand. Just like because like me and Jermaine, we have very long, in-depth. Sometimes we're on the phone 4 or 5 hours. Okay, we have very deep conversations. But this is the thing: it's very easy to be if that's your personality to be blunt. But everybody, and I'm learning this, is not built that way.
No.
You could tell them all day, just tell the truth, and they just like, I know,
Yeah.
because they don't want to hurt that other person, and not realizing that when they do find out, see, if you just come out and tell them, they'll be hurt, but they can recover. When they find out, along with everybody else, because it's already bad enough when you're going through something like that by yourself, but to go through it in front of the whole world it can destroy you. Because I was looking at that young lady sitting next to him on the couch, because he trying to be damage control. Because for what's really happening, because I'm the cold cracker, honey. What's really happening is that coin is mixed up. That wife done got mad, but she was like, bitch, this mortgage is due, because that house looked they had one of the staircases like you and Jacoby had. You can go up the stairs 2 different ways. It looked they look like it. That mortgage is about $3,500, $4,000 a month.
Right.
So that wife is probably like, okay, you done fucked up. However,
I mean,
but see, this happens a lot though. This happens a lot. Money is a big factor. People don't want to accept that, but it is.
Money can be a factor. Money
is a huge factor a lot of times.
It is a huge factor in why people stay or why people go. I will agree.
Why people clean up and decide to live a facade that, okay, we're working on this shit because I need y'all to keep buying these books and feeding it going into this stream. What hold on, what because I just been talking. What you think, Jermaine?
Yeah, Jermaine,
So I do agree. However, I've always said it, money cannot buy happiness. But when you are personified in that light where you are sitting there and this person is bringing it in, I always like to tell everybody on both sides, whether you're male or female, in that dynamic, you have to be strong and sure of yourself. Am I this person willing to walk away from all of this and be able to sustain and hold my own for an ounce of dignity, which is I've already been robbed of, mind you, okay? Or am I willing to go above and beyond and really just stay in this marriage because of everything that marriage is supposed to be, the good, the bad, the ugly? But some people can't move away from that dollar. It's just like you said, girl, this mortgage, this double staircase, these cars, this, that, and the sheer embarrassment sometimes of just having to walk away from everything that you all have established together or maybe married into. We see it all the time. That is a decision that individuals struggle with, whether they have money or not sometimes. Sometimes when I see couples grow together, you didn't have anything and you built this empire together. And people see you in this financial light first, because people. They looking at what you're driving, what you're living in, what you're wearing. Girl, they're a beautiful couple. Oh, look at them. They're so well
put together. Say people. It's people. It's black people.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, it's more than us too, MiMi, because you.
I know, but
girl, you know how we do. We like to step out there, to the nines, but the whole thing is
say, and just like you said, money don't buy happiness. However, it's a hell of a fucking down payment. Now, I would rather be crying in a mansion than a studio apartment.
Keep it 100. But you know what, Montee? I'm gonna say this. I'm right there with her too. But the whole thing is, I'm gonna establish my own castle so I can throw your ass out. You get what I'm saying? So you have to look at it that way too. It's just like some people, some women, some men, they don't know where they stand in the relationship financially. And then, he's all I got and he did this, or she helped me put this, whatever. You know what they say. Okay. What's love got to do with it? Sometimes that's what it comes down to. What's love got to do with it?
So
now what you gonna say, Montee?
I'll say that I can relate to being that individual that was scared about what people were going to say.
We've
Yeah.
all been there.
Kobe and I have been separated for 2 years.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 years on April the 1st. And so my thing is, I get how a person can feel because when you're told, oh, y'all are this power couple, oh, y'all doing this, or y'all making money moves, y'all are doing this, y'all are doing that, but then they don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So then when we finally decided to separate, it was kind of like one of those things for me. I can't speak for him. I'll speak for me. I knew that I'd already been divorced once. So my thing was, oh, dang, Lamont done failed again. Here we go. You know, people
Ain't
go,
no failure. Divorce is there for a reason.
right?
Get
I mean,
out.
Don't beat yourself up.
this is
Oh.
my mind.
Oh, okay.
And so then I started thinking, well, can I make it? What am I going to do? You know, and all this and that. And so then I heard God saying, I've done it before, so I'll surely do it again. And so my thing is, once I got out of that, caring what people said, then it was one of those things was, let me go on and do what I know to do. I'm a survivor. I came from nothing. Let me go on and make it do what it do. I mean, and so then when I started making decisions to move and do this and do that, then that's when God started opening up bigger doors for me.
That trust was
You're
there.
accustomed to having two major incomes and then you go to one, but God has yet still been faithful. So I think it's a person's walk and a journey that they have to find within themselves to say, hey, I can survive, or hey, I can make it, or I can do it because I don't need anybody else. This is something that I know that I can do. And it may take you to rebalance and readjust some things, but then that was the pride thing. You know, me, like MiMi said, we lived in a huge house coming from a 5,000 square foot home and
Bitch,
moving.
you got a doorman and you wear Louis Vuitton sweater, so nobody feels sorry for you at all.
But
You have a nice to miss. It's just one way in and one way out, and you ain't got no grass to cut.
But we
So
understand where you're coming
missed a
from. We
beat.
understand it
yeah,
though.
I mean,
It
so
was
then
I'm
when
just glad you
I
getting past this
I'm,
worrying about what everybody got to say.
you know what, I'm so
Everybody always gonna say something.
Let them talk. Let them talk.
Because I'm gonna tell you, when I got out of my marriage, because the church, we all know the church should try to make you feel fucked up, especially when you're a woman, that you ain't got no husband. I told him, I said, I rather I risk hell. I'm not staying in this shit. I'm sorry. The Lord just gonna have to understand. And then my other thing was like, he knew I wasn't supposed to marry him. I just made the choice.
right.
So he'll understand.
Right. I mean, I don't regret anything that I've been through because I think it makes
Yeah.
me a stronger person now. I love the journey that we were on, and I'm good with the journey that we're at now. You know, and I think that's where people have to get to. So when we talk about these women and these men that are staying in situations that they know is not healthy, then I think that the part about that has to be is how do we help them get healthy? How do we help them
I
get healthy
say
without judging?
now it just depends. Now, putting hands on, no, that's not healthy. You know, that's abusive.
But for
But
some people, but
if
me,
your man stepping
me,
out, huh?
for some people, that's healthy. So I kid you not, the relationship that I
No, I
was
get
in
you.
with
Yeah.
with my ex-wife,
Mm-hmm.
her love language, what she had learned was to fight. I was her
Right.
third husband. I was number three. And so everybody she had been with had put their hands on her. And
Yeah.
that was how they said that they loved her. So the expectation was when I got in the relationship with her and I did not fight back, I didn't love her. It wasn't until I fought back that, oh, he might love me. But then by then, it was too much for me to handle.
She had a ticky boom, so that ain't had nothing to do with you. That was already it was a shame.
Well,
Right
God
there.
rest her.
That
Take your drink.
she
Take your drink.
already
Take your
Okay.
drink.
she
Take your drink.
came.
God rest her soul. She died the day after my birthday a year ago. So you know
Oh,
what?
wow.
It's you and these birthdays with death. What is going on? What is the
You know
Lord
my
trying to
birthday.
say?
I don't know. My birthday is something else. You know. But yeah, she died the day after my birthday a year ago.
So sorry.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, make she have peace now, because she didn't have it here. Now, while we talking about these relationships,
Hmm.
I have another question.
What's your question?
So, do you believe? So let's say if a person, and I can't say male or female. It could be either or. So if a
Okay.
person has a relationship assistant, and they have their
Besides,
regular person, yeah, side piece, um, and they have their spouse or significant other, whatever it is. So let's say the spouse or significant other thinks that they're in a secure relationship. That's what we talked about not too long ago
okay.
with this Derek Jackson thing. And then the side piece knows the truth. She knows about he or she knows about the main person at home. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, if the one that he lies to or the one that he or she tells the truth, whom do you think is loved more?
Oh, that's a good question. Hmm.
Who does
I
he
know I'm
love
not just
more?
another pretty face, honey. I get some of these. Now,
Who does he
what you say,
love more?
baby? Whom does the person love the most? The person that's being lied to, or the one that knows everything? And they're both benefiting.
You know what?
Right.
Neither. He doesn't love him either. He loves himself more. The reason why
Absolutely.
they love themselves more is because they're getting gratification from both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may confide more. It's a difference when love and confiding. I can confide in anybody. I can confide in my dog, but that don't mean that I truly love my dog. I can tell you anything. I can
Mhm.
tell you my deepest, darkest secrets, but that don't mean that I love you. And just because I'm laying down with you and I'm taking care of you, still don't mean that I love you. What it is he's choosing himself. The individual, I don't want to call him a he or she. I'm going to
Right.
say the individual is
Mhm.
choosing themselves because why? I'm
Absolutely.
getting gratification from both sides. I'm enjoying this part because this part I can come sleep with you and I can come sleep with you. You just have a listening ear over here. You'll listen to the bullshit that I'm going to tell you. And this one over here, you know my bullshit, so you don't want to hear it. So I ain't going to tell you it. I'm just going to sleep with you. And I'm going to take
Well,
care
the
of you.
other one can know the bullshit too and don't care because they getting
True.
what they need.
Right.
True.
So you have to look at both pieces of that. And so for me,
Honestly, I think it's a deeper component than that. I
what is
believe because we have all types of love. You got
mhm.
healthy love,
Okay.
you have unhealthy love, you got dysfunctional love. That don't I honestly I believe that person can love both. They don't want to get I do.
Yeah.
I do. And because the thing is, like I shared with one of my friends, yeah, he can love you. Do he love you how you
Mhm.
deserve to be loved? No. But love is some people give you only thing they know how. They can give you everything they got. That don't mean that it's gonna fill your cup. Your cup ain't gonna run up over. Your cup ain't even gonna fill up halfway. But they love you. They give you what they got.
So let me ask
So
you a question.
it's not what you may need, but I do believe in that situation, and I'm not saying in all. In that situation, the person can actually, honestly, sometimes I think they can love the one out in the street more. Not that they are no. Let me finish. Not that they honoring anybody. Because the
Okay.
only person that's really getting what they truly want is that, but that person might not even love themselves. So they don't know. But it might be something where that one
Do
at
you-
home, you got stuff tied up. It's cheaper to keep her.
Let me ask you a question.
Well,
Do you
here,
do you love your kids equally?
do.
You love your boys equally,
I do.
or listen to the question. Or are there things that you love about this one? There's things that I love about this one. There's things that I love about this one because they're not the same people.
They're not the same people, but with children, for me, it's no that the love is equal. It's different, but it's equal.
So I'm saying that could it be that the love is equal for both people, but it's
Hmm.
different?
It could be.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or
You
it
know,
You
could
love
be.
people for different reasons
right.
all
Yeah,
the
because I
time.
know some folks that have stayed in some shit just because it's like
Hello,
they
I have.
yeah, they gonna make my life hell if I try to leave.
Yeah.
So
I'm
let
not
me just
ashamed.
yeah.
Hmm.
I
I'm not
mean,
ashamed.
I know in my first marriage, I stayed because of what the church was going to say. I stayed because of the church. I
Right.
stayed because I really, really desired to be delivered from homosexuality. I wanted it because that was what had been instilled in me,
Yeah.
that you need to cry out to the Lord, and this was going. But then I realized something about me, that abuse didn't go well with me. And then I'm already abusing myself because I'm not loving myself
Right.
fully for being who I am. So I've then abused myself, but then I started letting someone else abuse me. And so then I had gotten beat down to a place to where I just didn't think I was worth anything. And so my thing was, either do you stay or do you go? Do you stay or do you go? And I remember praying to God, because my thing was, I got tired of being beat me. When I say I got tired of being beat
Yeah.
on, I got tired of being beat on. And so my thing, I will never forget it. I was in the shower in my bathroom and I said, God, if you don't do something, I'm gonna kill her. I'm going to kill her. And then and so it just so happened a few weeks later, and I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done. A few weeks later, there was a warrant. The warrant had already been for my arrest. It was just that God allowed me to be arrested when the time that I was arrested. And that was my way out of that marriage. I didn't understand it the way I understand it now, because she divorced me while I was locked up. But the thing about it was, I was able to come out and be free. Did people still talk about me? Yes. Did people know my tea at the end? Yes. They knew that I was living a DL life. They knew I had a boyfriend. They knew that I was messing with men, but I came out and I was free. And so for me, God heard my prayer because I didn't kill her, but the marriage got dissolved in the way that he saw that it should be dissolved. Now, I walked away empty handed. I walked away with empty handed.
Mhm.
You know what? I didn't. I walked away with me.
No.
There
I
you go.
walked away with
Those
me.
are
There
things.
you go.
Things
That's the
can
Right.
be
best
I
part.
replaced.
walked away with me.
Yeah.
And so being able to walk away with me was more important than me staying in a relationship and being beat on and being abused. And so then
Absolutely.
once I was
Absolutely.
able to start loving Lamont, then I was
Absolutely.
able to start experiencing love. Now, do
Yeah.
I say that there were some hiccups upon the right on the way? Yes, there's been plenty of hiccups. But the thing about loving yourself and starting to find out who you really, really, really are, it's that still that relationship and those hard conversations, like you mentioned earlier, those hard conversations that you start having with yourself and you start having with God. Because my thing is, regardless of what the world will teach you about God, for the Bible says, for God so loved the world. The world wasn't perfect. The
Yeah.
world wasn't perfect when God started
Hello.
loving the world. It says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. That was it. He loved the world. He still loves you, regardless if people judge you or not. He still loves you. And so it's up to you to start loving yourself. And
Yeah.
so once you start loving yourself, that other stuff, it don't even matter.
Mhm.
Relationships, they don't matter. And so like now when I'm approached about with guys and people will be like, well, I hear you this or I hear you that, or you're separated from your husband. Are you dating? Are you dating? Every time I meet somebody, they're like, are you dating? Are you dating? No, I'm not dating. The reason why I'm not dating is just because I'm comfortable in who I am. I'm
Yeah.
learning to love Lamont all over again. And I learned this from an old lady back in the day when I lived in Lubbock, Texas, this old woman. Her name was
Ooh.
Miss May Jessie. I love Miss May Jessie. She said, baby, I kept saying, Miss May Jessie, you need to get a boyfriend. She's about 75, Mimi. She's about, I was like, you need a boyfriend. She's like, I was like,
Yeah.
girl,
And
you
she
need a
got
boyfriend.
peace.
She's
She said,
good. She got
she said, let me
peace.
tell you something. She said, can't nobody do me like I can do myself. And when I learned what she really meant by that, now that I have learned what that really, really, really means, can't nobody do Lamont like I can do myself. You can take it the way you want to take it, Take it as you being sexual, take it as you being financial, but can't nobody do me like I can do Lamont. Now, do I have friends that I love dearly? Yes. Would I love to have somebody that loves me? Yes. But do I think that somebody is capable of loving me the way that I desire to be loved right now in this moment? No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that's honest. That's honest. Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
No one is able to love me the way that I desire to be loved right now. And the reason why it doesn't exist, because the love that I desire is really a God and Lamont love right now. It's a God and Lamont love. He's still healing some things within me. He's still doing some things in Lamont. So then I know that I can't go looking for that in a man. I can't look for that in a man. And I can't
But
look
you
for it
know
in a
what? A lot of times we have this fairy tale in
woman.
our head that
Mm-hmm.
this is what it is. Like you frolicking through the fields and holding hands, and y'all horseback riding on the beach. No, no. You got to. That's where you got to be honest with you, and it's so funny because I used to be the fairy tale girl, and they
Mhm.
were just like, "Bitch, wake up."
We've had those talks.
Yes, this
Yes.
is no, this is
Yeah.
not how it is. So what can your ass live with, and what can't you cannot live with?
I
And
mean,
and
And,
you
and
and,
it's,
and
there's
you go
nothing
there.
wrong with it. I mean, again, girls are made to think of, I'm gonna have, the white picket fence, the house, the white picket,
Yeah,
the big lavish wedding, the pomp and circumstances, Mr. Perfect. Let me tell you, it takes 100 people to build the Mr. Perfect I need. Okay, and I have been in abusive relationship where I was like, he is my everything. They was like, girl, he gonna kill you, and and it was in when he almost did. I was like, that was my bell that went off. Like, oh, wait a minute, this is not love.
hey,
Wait a minute, why is my eye hanging out my head? This is not love. But I say that to say I can laugh about it now. But when I was going through it, it's so easy for us to romanticize over what we see
everything.
on what's broadcasted, what you see your other girlfriends go, girl, oh my goodness, he's wonderful. I thought I had Mr. Perfect. I've kissed enough, not a lot, but enough frogs and dogs in my lifetime to know,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that what I had was toxic. Okay, now if I was looking for Mr. Toxic, oh, I was a winner. But
mhm,
it took me almost losing my life, being
mhm,
yeah,
robbed of my dignity daily.
mhm.
Without it, girl, he on fire. He loved me. He loved me. Look at all of this until I had to find me. So you see what's good for, different strokes for different folks. We
Right.
all been there. We've
We
all been there. And I'm
are.
still growing in my marriage. I'm still growing in my situationships. I'm still growing in a lot of aspects of what I did at 25, I'm not doing now.
Mhm.
What I did at 18, what I did at, 30,
yeah.
I'm not doing now. And
Right.
I don't, and what I love about this journey is just like with you, Montee, with you, Mimi, I don't give a shit right now. Okay, I tell
No,
people quick, I'm a cussing Christian, but I try to put my best foot forward first of all. Okay, I mean, hey, I love the Lord, I believe in God, I try to promote positivity. That mustard seed girl that lives in me. Okay,
hi.
however, sometimes I crush
He
they use
is the
that as
head
seasonings
of
for
the
something
mustard seed
salty. You
ministry,
get what I'm
y'all.
saying, or
Yeah,
whatever. But what I've learned is I'm not that person anymore. And sometimes we're in relationships where we can grow together or we grow apart.
Mhm.
And you have to know who you are as a person. At least I'll say this. I'm not going to give advice. I had to learn Jermaine. You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? I couldn't be told. This man was telling me who Jermaine is. I'm
Mhm.
yeah,
like, that's not me. That's
yeah.
not who I am. I wasn't the one who chased down I was a runaway fiance many times. Okay.
Mhm.
I didn't even
Yeah,
make it, got the ring and was like, why? Like, oh, because I wasn't even in love with myself at that point.
yeah,
See, some people are just in
absolutely.
love with the idea of marriage, of a strong relationship, of whatever that is for that person. And again, having coming from that Christian family, we do not divorce. We will get married. You're going to marry this person in a certain status quo. And being Asian, that was, hey, I God rest her soul, but I had a tiger mom. Everything. You're gonna be a doctor, lawyer, and if you're not, you better marry one. I'm like, huh? But I like the magnificent over here. You get what I'm saying? He does it for me. But I had to learn me.
So, the thing about it is, I think that so many people are in relationships because they desire to please other people.
Appearances.
Appearances.
And so, like you said it a few minutes ago, females are taught that you're supposed to have this elaborate wedding. You're supposed to go out, you're supposed to find Mr. Right. He's supposed to take care of you. You're supposed to have all these kids, this picket fence in your house and this and this. But why do we teach our girls this? Why is it something that they have to do? Why is it something that they have to live up to? And when the mama didn't even live up to it, the mama that had 5 children by different men, but you telling this one girl, oh, you go find this one man and you stay with this man and he gonna do the right by you and he gonna do this. Or what about that mama that the kids have watched been abused, and you're saying, oh, this is what he's supposed to do. So then you have this female thinking that if the man don't beat her, he don't love her. So it comes back from parenting, which brings me to this. What's up, LaBria? So tonight I met MiMi. I was so shocked. So I recently found out that one of my nieces, is same gender loving. And her mama was like, no, she bi. And she's like, no, mama, I'm gay. And so I was just like, oh, okay. So I recently found this out. And so my thing for me was I saw her girlfriend tonight, and she was just like, she was so bold with it. Then she was like, Uncle Lamont, this is my girlfriend. They FaceTime me. It was, now get this, MiMi, this is the killer. It was my mama, one of my other nieces, it was my sister, and we was all on this FaceTime together. And she said, she just drug her on here. And she said, Uncle Lamont, this is my girlfriend. And I was just like, and so my mama, Church of God in Christ.
No. Honey, they are the gospel gangsters for real.
Like, Lord have mercy. And so I was just like, oh, okay. And I was just like, I'm so proud of you for living your truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my girlfriend, LaBria. And so LaBria got on the camera. She was just like, oh my God, he is so pretty. He is so pretty. I need to meet him. I need to meet him. And my sister in the background, girl, shut that shit up. You don't need to meet him. You don't need to meet him. I'm just like, oh, wow. And so I say that to say that I am so proud of my family. When I came out to my family, and it wasn't that they disowned me. It was a hard pill for them to swallow.
Yeah.
And so
you got a dream for your kids. Yeah.
Right. And so for my mother, it was one of those religious battles, for her. But
usually is.
I'm thankful that we have evolved since then.
Yeah.
So she supports Reverend Lamont. She supports me, who I am. I mean, she loves Jacoby. I don't get on the phone and bash Jacoby to my mama because I already know that the relationship that they have. I learned this, and I want somebody else to hear this. Anytime that there's a problem in your relationship, stop calling mama and daddy, because the very first time that you decide to go back, mama and daddy don't still feel some type of way about things.
They still mad. Everybody else still mad while you mad.
And then you are at home and you booed up and you wonder why they side-eyeing your man or your female. Stop telling everybody your business. So I don't get on the phone and I don't bash Jacoby to my mother or my sister because I know that they love him dearly. That's not, I don't do those types of things. But then that comes when you grow. Whenever you learn and you grow, and you realize the relationship is still important. We have a child. We have children. We still have children.
Absolutely.
I don't always agree with him, but we still have children. And so you have to look at the bigger picture. But I'm so proud of how my sister, and I'm only bringing this up because I know you said you wanted to talk about the parent and child
I'm
relationship.
sorry. We getting it. It's
I'm,
flowing real good.
I'm so proud of how my sister has taken in this little girl and has allowed my niece to be who she is, and to be free. And I'm sure
Let
everybody.
me tell you this.
I'm
It's
sure.
because of how you doing, and I know this is, and I'm just using these words. You know exactly what I mean. It's how you are doing the gay thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times in folks' mind, they think of perversion
Hmm.
because you see a lot of the stereotypical
Mhm.
gays, the ones that their parents them threw them out and they out, they got to survive. I understand where it come from, but a lot of people, that's all they see. So they think that these people are choosing to sell their bodies and be out and be wild and stuff. So you have been an example where you showing your sister that, okay, this is just, this is my sexual preference, but I'm
Yeah.
still classy. I'm still sophisticated. You know, I
Mhm.
have friends. I'm respected by,
Mhm.
by the community, by the world. I'm thriving as a human being because that's a parent's fear. So the fact that you have given the example
Mhm.
that this is, I'm living in my truth. Who I sleep with don't affect
Right.
nothing else.
Right.
That's what showed. That's why your sister is able to be accepting because she ain't scared for her baby now. She's like she gonna be all right. She just like Cooch, you
You're
know.
their education process. That's the
Probably.
Mhm.
education process.
Yeah,
Yes.
she just like a little, she like to split tail. That's all.
There was a dude that I dated years ago, and he often will tell me, we had it all. We had it all. We had this, we had that. You had just adopted the kids, and when I was with him, this was pre-Jacoby. I gave him an opportunity to go on the adoption papers with me as I was adopting the boys because I loved him that much. I loved him that much, and I wanted him to be a part, but he just was not ready to come out to his family.
Uh,
He wasn't ready to come out to his family. And so because of who they are and who he was in the church, he was not ready to do that. And so now, he'll get in my inbox and he was like, you know what, I wish I would have. I wish I would have. And in my mind, it's just like, well, we were there, but I just don't see that happening anymore. You know,
Everything happened the way it's supposed to happen.
it did.
That's how you
mhm.
got to looking at
It.
it.
And I just hate that he's still living in bondage, and he will never ever experience the real capacity of being loved the way that he should be loved because he's still so consumed with what his family's going to say about him. Or
It's
Perception.
so funny. My
Yeah.
friend from
Appearances.
college, we were just talking the other day. I've known he was gay since college. And my parents knew because like we were so close. Like when
that's
he
the
would
one you said
come
you want to hook me
home
up
with
with.
me, huh?
Is that the one you wanted me to meet me?
No, 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 no. I'm glad. No, that was the one that was working with us. That's no. No.
Mhm.
Because back then, and I ain't gonna lie, I was that girl to say, "Oh, this my friend, this my cute gay friend, me my other cute gay friend. Y'all could, we could just be one
Be
big
cute
old
together.
happy,
Be cute
yeah,
together.
y'all be a gay couple, and I'm already there. I love both of y'all. I used to think that, but then it's like I had to grow up like everybody ain't compatible just because they like the same thing. Just like straight folks have a type or have, gay folk got a type too.
We do.
But I was just saying, we are the same age. I've known he was gay forever, and he called me this week. Um, and he he was, talking about because he's a performer, a singer, and he was like trying to find a love interest for his video, and there was a woman that he used, and I said, look, you full fledged living with a man. I mean, I've known you've been gay forever. My parents knew he was gay because he was the only boy allowed to be in my bedroom ever. We used to sleep in the same bed, you know? Yeah. But I
Ain't
mean,
nothing
we're
gonna
just,
happen.
it was like some will and grace. That's how close we are.
Did you feel on that boy?
Hell, I ain't feel on him. Shit, it's like it's like sleep with a girl. No, that's my friend. He's my brother.
Okay.
But I was talking to him the other day. I said, why don't you just have a dude in the video? Oh no, I said, really? I'm like, damn it, 50. He's like, I'm not comfortable with it yet. And the thing is, I've always known because he wasn't in LA, moved to Atlanta, you know. And then every time he came to town, he would stay with me. It was always Pride weekend. I'm just like, it don't take a rocket scientist, but it's still folks, and it's sad to me that they not comfortable enough to live in their own truth. And it's sad. It's like you're gonna hide your whole life or be ambiguous, have folk, you do stuff that you got them having the guess, or you just you always using they, or it can't just be a straight him, and it's just sad to me,
Mm.
especially to be this old.
So you mentioned earlier the parent-child relationship. Let's get to that. You know,
Honey, yeah. So Kirk Franklin and his son. Now I know anybody, if you ain't heard of this, you living under a rock. Now Kirk Franklin's son,
hmm
and I feel, and I know stuff happens in families. I understand. Um, and sometimes your parents don't love you how you feel they should have. But I know now that I'm a parent, you do the best you can where you are, you know. But his son, and I already know Kirk Franklin is pretty much, I already know he financing everybody because that's normally what happens when a black person makes it. Okay. We start taking care of the whole damn family, or. And for him to basically, it was like entrapment. For
Mm.
him that they were in a full-fledged heated argument. And of course, like most folks, he did not highlight the things that he did wrong or may have said to lead up to these things. But I know that's right, y'all better have some clips. But
Oh yes.
that's
yeah,
your
I can
producer,
tell you
girl.
one
That's your producer.
you gotta go ahead, Brandon, go
Uh-huh.
ahead. So, but his son leaked the argument trying to destroy him, knowing that coin is taking care of the whole damn family. And when I tell you, because he called him, and these are his words, not mine. He called him a bitch ass nigga.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
And with what he put out, with him
Uh-huh.
doing that, leaking that footage, the audio, that was some bitch ass nigga shit. I don't know how else to say it. And when I tell you, everybody, a lot of church folks started, chiming in. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't say that. Now, mind you, everybody always got something to say about how somebody should do something or raise their damn kids, and they didn't turn out a good product. They damn self, you know. Um, so, but what angered me even more is that he got on social media, and I already know this was a public, his publicist, and he got on there and apologized. I would have said, fuck all y'all. You ain't got to buy my damn drink. I can take
That's
it
how
with
I
me
felt.
too.
I
Yeah.
felt that way. Kirk
Yeah,
don't
that
owe
thing,
nobody.
it made me so mad. So I wonder what were your thoughts, Jermaine?
I felt like Kirk Franklin did not owe us an apology for
Oh,
nothing. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because he did everything for those children. And I watched the whole stream. Look, I took notes. I did everything. You understand what I'm saying? That's right. And what it boiled
Yeah.
down to is this child was hurt, and this son reverted back to that hurt, ultimately saying, "You stole my daddy from me." Well, guess what? He put you through college. He raised you off of those coins. He did everything. Kirk Franklin has the same family dynamic like most of us have. You
Yep.
get out of line and you get out of pocket in the black family, and I'm going to say it, okay, or one of them strong families. And guess what? Church go out the window. I'm gonna
Yes,
cuss you out. You understand? I'm your
yeah.
father. Okay? There is God, Jesus, and
Thank you,
I'm your
Linda.
father. And guess what? You outed the family. You made an ass of yourself. You drugged the family name through the mud. Okay, nobody would have known any of this had that son not outed him. And guess what? He did for all the background. I don't know if many people know the background. I don't feel like Kirk Franklin owed anybody an apology for just being a dad. For
No.
being a dad that was in his feelings about your son acting like a pure jackass, and you revealed it to the world. Okay, that's what he did.
For the
That's what
son
he
acting
did.
like a bitch ass nigga. That's
Okay.
what he told me.
Okay,
That's just what
exactly.
he acted like.
Now, well, yes, exactly.
So
He
I'm
did
gonna
to
say
me.
this.
He didn't owe an apology.
Can I say what I feel, MiMi?
Go on, Mustard Seed.
You
I
ready?
feel it. I feel it. I feel it rising up in my spirit. Go on.
Damn
So
publicist.
I don't believe
Huh?
Kirk owed us anything.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
believe
shots, go on now.
I believe that Kirk apologized because we actually heard him curse.
Exactly.
Because he
This is
wasn't.
my thing. Hold on. I'm gonna now stay right where you at. Pause there. Why is it that when you in church you can't cuss? Everybody in church cuss. Everybody. Most of the people cussing folk out up to the door. And cause I'm gonna tell you, I used to go to church with my mama. Man, she would cuss us out. Child, so we got to that door. How you doing, sister Angela? I am what you say? I am blessed and highly favored, appointed and anointed and pleased to be speaking with you. And I'd be like, this ain't the bitch that was in the car. Where is she? I want her to go home with me. I don't want you.
Oh.
So the persona has been given that in the church, we're supposed to conduct ourselves as being holy and to conduct ourselves as being one that has separated themselves from the world. Now, I had a pastor. Listen to me. I had a pastor that told me one time, he was like, they ass get on my nerves. And I heard him cuss, and I was just like, hey, you know what he told me? He said, if you tell anybody I cuss, I'll deny it and they'll believe me before they believe you. That's what that man told me. And so when I heard the first lady cuss, and I heard her say damn and shit, I was just like, oh. And she was just like, please don't say nothing. Please don't say nothing. And I was just like,
God heard you.
Yeah.
I was just like,
you was gonna say damn shit 5 minutes ago.
I was like, this whole damn family cuss. So when I started hearing other people in the family cuss, I was like, oh shit, they sit around and just cuss all damn day. So I don't cuss, And so my thing with Kirk Franklin is I think that he still wants to make sure that he's appealing to the gospel.
The
yes, they were.
That he's still accepted by the gospel era. That ain't Kirk's first time cussing.
No, that ain't his first time. I'm going to buy all this shit now because that made me like him even more.
Because Kirk said, nigga, I will break your motherfucking. I mean, he went deep.
Yeah.
And he meant it and he should have.
Yep.
He went deep. I mean, and so my thing is, Kirk Kirk apologized to the church. He didn't apologize for what he said. He apologized for what we heard. He don't regret what he said. Kirk, that ain't the first. He didn't cuss Tammy out. Trust me. His wife, Tammy.
Tammy cussed too. Tammy looked like she'd jump on your back and scratch your eyes out too.
And them
little ones are spicy.
That ain't the first time that they cuss. Listen, let me be real with you, and she gonna kill me when she find out I said this. The very first time, MiMi, my mama asked for Facebook. She asked me for Facebook. I set her up with Facebook. And so what I did was she said, I only want to be in church groups. I only want to be in church groups. And I was like, okay, Mom. And so I was friend requesting people that I knew that she knew in church. Right? I was just friend requesting people. And so people start calling her, Linda, is this really you? You got Facebook? And she was like, Lamont did this. Lamont did this. I mean, and she got so many calls, it became overwhelming for her. And so when I answered the phone, she called me and I was like, oh, it's Mama. I was like, hello, take me off that shit. I said, Mama, you called. I never heard my mama cuss. Never heard my mama cuss. And so I was like, oh my God, you cussing. I'm mad. And I was just like, oh my God. You cussing. So I had to call my brother, Mama cussing. And he was just like, what? Mama cussing?
What you do?
I signed her up for Facebook and she told me, get out that shit. And I called my sister.
That is Friday.
And so she came back and she said, Lamont, she's like, forgive me. That's what she said. I had to ask her for forgive me. She said, I was mad. I mean, my thing with my mom is, I was just like, Mama, I get it. I said, but I did what you told me to do. She said, but all these people started calling me and I got nervous. And then I was thinking that people was watching me and I didn't know. I said, Mama, it's not even that.
Ain't nobody seeing the house.
Ain't nobody.
But for her, it was too much. Y'all, my daddy got me to get him on Facebook, honey. Let me tell you, my father on there, look, and this how he do. So I had to ask people. I said, look, my daddy on Facebook, he ain't got no damn friends because he only had 2 friends in real life. So, and neither one of them, all 3 of them together, 30 years older than God. So they wasn't on Facebook. One of them was dead. So I had all these people. I said, look, this is my daddy, just accept him. Because, he's sitting at the computer. Because that's what he do. He's in the chair, the TV up there on top of the refrigerator, the window behind him so he can look outside. And then my mom and them bought him a little laptop so he look on Facebook, right? So it's so funny because when I used to be over there, or I'm over there now, and, I got, when you got a lot of friends on Facebook, different things, come through. So I got friends that be posting the girls with the big old butts on, they got a thong on and them ass cheeks are shiny from all the baby oil. And this my daddy. Oh my God, what is she doing? I said, Dad, stop. You just want to look at that ass. I just said, I know you like looking at ass. It's all right. I said, because I know that you like looking at asses, because every time your computer shut down, it's one of them little, click on, like, the spam pop-ups.
Yeah,
like Janet Jackson exposed breasts at the Super Bowl. His ass always clicking on it, think he gonna see the shit. It's a damn thing.
So I think Kirk Franklin apologized to the church. Because
I think he apologized because that is his, because church is still, we all know, it's big on him. This is how he makes his living. I mean, as a whole, I'm not saying everybody in church is big on appearances, but as a whole, churches are very big on appearances. You got to look a certain way. You got to wear that hat. You got to wear the skirts, a certain length, my friend go to a church, you got to wear the little doily on your head, that little lace thing that the ladies wear.
Yeah.
It look like
I know what you mean.
they put on the table. Yeah.
Apostolic, girl. That's
You know,
apostolic.
little doily, they can't wear pants. I mean, you got all it's very big on appearances. You remember the big controversy that Erica Campbell had a few years ago. And we all know Tina and Erica Campbell, them things got hips and butt for days. That is hips and butt from the motherland. You can't hide that. I don't care how much fabric you put on it. But when she wore that white dress and looked beautiful in it, but it was form fitting, the church was up in arms. And I'm just like, my God. But it's about appearances. And she had to go back and apologize. I can't offend the saints. Fuck them saints. Them saints ain't nothing but saints. But I guess that's why I ain't here to nobody's shit, I wouldn't give a damn. I couldn't be nobody's first lady. It wouldn't be nobody in church but me and my husband. It wouldn't be nobody
in church. What you talking about?
Listen, I come from a place, this place that I come from, Lubbock, Texas. There was this woman, and Mary gonna tell it, but I don't care. So there was a woman that was at this church. She was the mother of the church. And she would condemn everybody else for coloring their hair. Like, I did a lot of their church members' hair. And so, like, my thing is, girl, go and wear this blonde. Do this red, girl.
You do be building them up. And sometimes these bitches don't need that blonde.
Turn up.
They looking like a cheeseburger. Everybody can't do that.
They start putting on lashes and stuff and singing and she told them, the mother of the church told them, you shouldn't color your hair. Now, you 70-something years old.
And your hair jet black.
So 70, 80 years old, and your hair is still coal black. And you gonna tell these people they don't need to color their hair?
Right.
Why do you do that at? Why they can't color their hair and you coloring your hair? And I have seen you in Beauty Mart buying black color. I have seen you buying black color. And you tell these people, you should just be what God called you to be. You should just do what God told you to do. What God told you to color yours black? So this woman can't blonde because no, let's tell the truth. You don't want her to wear color because you don't feel comfortable in wearing color. Now, what I will say is about my first lady in Lubbock, Texas, Shirley Ann Davis, honey. Sister Shirley Ann Davis would give them a stiletto and did not care what they said. I mean, she was wearing heels. Like, I was like, yes, Sister Davis, you better walk. You better walk, girl. Walk. I mean, and she they get them nails colored red and pinks and golds and stuff like that. But they knew that, and that's Mary's sister, y'all. Mary White's sister. They knew say that lady. Because we had our first ladies back. And my first lady wore blonde hair and looked good in it. But my thing is, there's not a standard. And see, that's where we get messed up in the church. We get so messed up in the church with traditional learning. It's called traditional learning. It's what your mama said, what they mama said, and what they mama said. But then y'all are still taking on what the slave master said. That ain't what God said. God didn't say you have to wear no dress to your ankles.
Then I'll accept you anyway.
And it's cult like behavior.
To realize them long dresses come up short faster than them short dresses. Them women with the short dresses ain't pulling their dresses up, but them women with them long dresses will lift them above their head and give it up.
Honey, let me tell you something. I had a friend that was so deep in the church, and everybody be looking at me like I'm the loose one, right? I be looking at them like this bitch screwing out of both sides of her damn drawers. Y'all up here looking at me. I've been telling it for years. Because I'm talking shit. I got a whole red lip and blonde hair.
But you're there.
Yeah.
But you're there.
But I don't care. So but I was just looking at him. I said, y'all don't know. I'm like, That's a bit like I was like, y'all hold on to your husbands around me. He can't pull me. I said that bitch is over there baking him a damn pecan pie and pound cake and shit. That's her foreplay.
Okay.
That, you know, that's church ladies foreplay right there. They start baking
Bake
you shit.
sale.
Uh-huh.
Bake
They start
sale.
baking you pies and bringing you leftovers. And as soon as they bring a plate with their good old napkin, you know, draped over the plate, they're just trying to get your man. Man,
Brother
watch it.
so. That's for Deacon
Kirk
so.
Franklin apologized to, and it wasn't even the church. He apologized to the position that he still wants to maintain within the church. Because
I got why he did it. I was just mad that he did it. I know, because it's about money. The bottom line, it is about that point, yes. But what he don't even realize, like years ago,
he's still an entertainer.
When Kanye ran up on stage with the little Taylor Swift girl, you know, and told Beyonce should have got the Entertainer of the Year award or whatever. What happened was Taylor Swift, none of us knew who the fuck Taylor Swift was. Now everybody know. So that bitch, her record sales skyrocketed. And Kirk, all he had to do was shut his damn mouth. Now all them white folk and everybody else, they Googling who the fuck is Kirk Franklin. And now they going to buy all this damn music. But I wouldn't have said a damn thing.
I don't think Kirk, I don't think that he owed anyone an apology for being.
No, he didn't owe anybody. We felt like he did.
We understood. The Black community understood, if not the church community all together.
We understand. Okay? There have been plenty of times that I have told Montee, I will kick your ass. And there have been plenty of times when I've told Josiah, you got me fucked up. I mean, because those are the words that they understand. Sometimes, you know, and see, this is what would happen. If people could have honest conversation, it goes back to those honest conversations that you have. Because like when I'm praying to God, I don't pray like everybody else would pray. And I'm going to tell y'all who taught me how to pray the way I pray now. That's Jacoby. I remember one time, y'all, we was sitting outside the church, and I will never forget it. There was this dude that liked me in the church, and Jacoby knew that the man liked me in the church. And so we would always pray before we would go in church. And Jacoby said, Lord, please help me not to whoop a bitch's ass when we go in this church.
Yeah, I pray like that.
I was like, you pray like that? And so this is when we first got.
You know what you're thinking.
And so then I started going to God, and I'd be like, you know, I'd be so mad, and I'd be like, God, they pissing me off. And then it was those times that I would really hear from God, is when I went to God in spirit and in truth. That's a genuine relationship. God requires us to have genuine and open relationship with God.
He is your friend.
Sometimes when I go to God and I'll be like, where the hell are you? Because I don't feel you right here, and I feel myself about to go off. And so, God, if you don't show up right now, I'm going to snap, and Lamont is not going to be Lamont anymore. He's going to turn into Montee. And I need you to help me remain Lamont right now.
Well, maybe God wants you to turn into Montee because that's what them niggas needed.
Okay.
In the moment. You about to block your damn blessing. Lord, like, I'm saying that for a reason. God was saying. See, everybody keeps thinking God is just peaceful. It's a vengeful side of God too.
Okay. Them 4 out of 5 voices.
But don't nobody want to read that part of the Bible.
Hello.
Sometimes you gotta take the Bible and you got to thump somebody over the head with that bitch.
Okay.
Today I was in a meeting and I was accused of doing something I did not do. Girl, when I said I was in this meeting, and the people that I was in the meeting with they're both spiritual people, doctors in the ministry, doctor this, doctor that, and they had told me what I did. And so here it is, Reverend Lamont. Now I was Reverend Lamont today. I'm sitting in this chair and I'm listening to them. And so the first thing that came in my mind was to say, whenever she started talking, I started to say, bitch, you got me all the way fucked up.
Yeah, I wish you would have.
You should have.
But
You should
what I
have.
heard, what I heard from God, because because we got that relationship. What I heard from God was, I got this one. Don't you say nothing. And so, as they were talking, they said, "Do you have something that you would like to say?" And I paused for a minute, and I said, "Well, let me just tell you this." And so when I started explaining myself and started talking, the director said, "You know, that's good. Let me take notes. This is real good. This is real good." And so in that moment, I knew that was God speaking through me, because the man Lamont really wanted to get that woman together and tell her, "You got me all the way messed up." But I think what happened with Kirk and Mary said that old man just came out. I don't think he's the old man. I think
That daddy came out.
that was just Kirk. We don't know Kirk like that. All we know is that.
Oh, I know Kirk like that. That's
We
the part
see GP. Are you with me?
Kirk
Okay,
was the
that's what
one.
we
Kirk was the reason why I even got saved in the first place. Because I said, "Oh, that's how church doing it now. I can do this." Yeah, because I wasn't. Me and Dottie Peoples wasn't rolling. Me and Kirk, because Dottie Peoples, she's singing. It's like, give me all them eyes. I said, I can't. That ain't how I do it.
make you
But
want to
when
stop.
I heard Kirk in the club, I said, "Oh,
Make you want to
man,
stop.
Whenever I
I can see it."
when I heard Stomp listen,
He's about to stomp his son out.
I was in a gay club and I heard Stomp. I said, "Oh, this is all right. We up in
Yeah,
there."
exactly.
Oh.
And all his stuff, you can thump to it. That's the music. The music speaks to me on another level because I'm a musician.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
so we ain't got long, y'all. So do you know the Church of God in Christ? The Church of God in Christ has a new bishop.
I know. Shear, Karen Clark Shear's husband.
So you know what, honey? I'm thinking about going back Kojic now. Because you know why? Why I'm thinking about going back Kojic now? Because, honey, they accept the gays now. Bishop Shear don't preach down to the gays. Because he know that
he done got smart, because the gays is what bring the coin in. Because if you ain't got no gay minister of music, I'm not coming. Don't invite me. I don't want to see Sister Betty Sue and Bethel Ann up there try to get their rock together, singing from them old dusty ass hymn books. And then you got somebody on the organ that's 102 years old and can't get the notes together. Can't nobody play the drums because they ain't got no stamina and they got arthritis. They not bringing in no coin. So them church folk, they to get smart. Let it just look. Let's just we can skim on past them scriptures and let God deal with them. But they the ones that bring in that coin.
I can't wait for the convocation, honey. Whenever they open up the convocation, who gonna be there? Lamont is going.
And I want you to have on one of your your sequin blazers.
Girl, I'm a papa.
What's that on BET?
I'm giving them meat coats and everything.
What's his name? Oh my, Bobby Jones. I want you to have a Bobby Jones blazer on. Praise the Lord, everybody. That's how I want you to step up in that bit. I want your shoes. I want you to look like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. I want you to have sparkly shoes on too.
GP,
I want to see what they're gonna do.
So this is the thing. This is the thing. Everybody knows that the Clark sisters love the gays.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I love the Clark sisters, but the gays don't love their ass because they let them come out in them fucking outfits. Yeah, I see. But
Maybe I like some of the stuff they wear.
Okay. They normally like the Brenda, she'll have now the hair be laid. Now they have on an outfit that's almost right, and then they throw on that one little extra ruffle on the hip, or they throw a big ass bow on the shoulder, or some, you know what I'm talking about. It just take it to the left. They ain't got no gay style in them, because if they did, they would be
They
right.
do.
They ain't no gay style in them. They not.
They do.
Gays don't let you come. When you got a good gay and you got good Judy, they ain't gonna let you be out
Your
wrong.
style will be different.
Now I don't come out wrong, but let me tell you something. We wouldn't be friends if you let me come out the house wrong. If you say, bitch, I need you come in for a minute.
But you know, Mimi, I'm not gonna let my friends do that. I say
that's what I'm saying. So they don't have no good gays in their corner. They do not.
Well, I think it's just because of who they are. But I am super excited for the Church of God in Christ. I really, really, really am. I'm super excited. This change needed to come a long time ago. And I thought there were some progressive bishops prior to. I think that
you was progressive. That daggone Maddie Moss Clark.
Maddie Moss was really progressive.
She was way before her time. They couldn't take her.
They couldn't take her.
No, they couldn't take Mother.
I think now it is going to give more men like me in the Church of God in Christ. I think that people will be able to look past who we choose to be in relationship with and really see the connection that we have with God. I'm thankful. My pastor in Lubbock, Pastor W.D. Davis, Reverend Davis, who is my father in the ministry, I have seen such growth in him as far as being accepting with the gay community. My first lady, child, she always loved the gays. So that was nothing. She's always the first lady, always loved the gays. You know, I used to address her and go buy stuff and, you know, do her hair and stuff, you know, so she's always loved the gays. But I'm so thankful.
That's why your first lady was all, that's why she was always pulled together.
Yeah, she always had
realized early on, I can't do this by myself.
So I'm thankful that I see a progression in the churches of today. They have not all of them are there. Not all of them are there, but Pastor Davis, I love my pastor, and he has progressed and he has grown. He has grown tremendously. I think that as far as the Church of God in Christ and being in relationship with them, because that was what I was born, as Church of God in Christ, I look forward to seeing the change because I know that Karen, First Lady Karen, is going to spark a change, because I don't care what nobody says, that when a woman lays down with a man and they've been together for so long, the man has to look at the woman and say, baby, what should I do? What's next? And
y'all ain't good by yourself.
Right. I know without a shadow of a doubt that she is going to help him put some changes in place to cause people to feel accepted, and as well as they will be more received. Now, when you're going on a convocational level like that, most times they accept the gays, they get in the pulpit and they talk about them, but the gays are there. And the reason why the gays are there, can I be honest why the gays are there? Can I be honest?
Be honest. Okay.
The gays are usually there because the bishops have summoned the gays.
I don't let you say it because they know anything come out my damn mouth. But
most times the bishops and the pastors, they want their assistants there to help them in between those meetings. Now, I said it and I meant it, and I know what I'm talking about.
I know too, because I done seen it firsthand.
Right. I mean, so the thing about it is, I think now that, and I'm not saying that it's okay to be disrespectful. I think there's a level of disrespect that you don't bring to the church. I think there's some things that you shouldn't do in the church. Now, when you're trying to,
what you mean disrespectful? I need to clarify.
I know this is gonna spark a whole nother, I'm gonna have some hate mail, but I just don't think. I think that you should like the dudes that look like me,
Yeah.
like they got a full beard on. I don't think that I should go in church with a full face on. I don't think that I
You
should.
talking about full makeup?
Like, yeah, I don't wear any
Okay.
makeup, but I don't think
Okay,
that I
that's
should go,
understood.
I should go into church with lipstick and eyeshadow and stuff on. That's me. That's me speaking about Lamont. I'm not saying that if you want to, you can't. That ain't what I'm saying. But for me, that ain't who I am. I don't wear makeup on a regular.
But
So
see,
then,
that's the thing. That's not who you are.
right.
But the next one, that might be who they are.
That may be who they are.
And
So
if God said, come
as
as
you
you
As
are,
you
are.
are.
as
Now,
you
he
are,
ain't say stay as you are, but he said come as you are.
as you are, then we
That's a
should.
word. You can use that.
That's a word I
Yeah,
can use that
yeah,
one.
you can use that. You can use that this Sunday. But yeah, but the thing is, it's about what they call decency and order.
Decency and order.
You can be who you are. Everybody don't need to know. Everybody don't
Time
need
and
to
a
know
place.
how I get down in my bedroom, because I
Right.
think certain
I
things,
agree.
and I agree with you there, certain things need to stay where they at. I mean,
I
you
think
do what
that
you do, but
Time and a place.
yeah,
one of the
especially because you got children there, it's
right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been I've listen, I've been in this area for almost 8 years. It'll be 8 years in May. And I still don't discuss with my mom things that went on, how I came to live this lifestyle. I don't disclose a lot of things to her, what I like and what I don't like, because I don't think that's nobody's business. I
But
think that
that's not a conversation you have with your mom.
it's not a conversation, and I don't
No,
think it's a conversation you have with the church.
no. Church ain't supposed to be your bedroom.
Okay.
And so I think that those are some of the things that we as the LGBTQI community have
Hold on,
got.
what's the I? Hold up, but that's
Oh,
gotta
wait a
add
minute.
in there.
Hold on, let me get my book.
Get your book, baby.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
your
let me
book
get
because I
my
don't have
book.
mine
Let me
right
get my
here.
book.
I don't want to say it wrong.
Hang on.
I'm gonna say is it intergalactic? What y'all done added to that? Ooh.
Well, it's not in book. Under L. There's only lipstick left sitting under there. Oh, God. So I'm gonna let Monty clearly explain
Yeah,
this
Les-
what's the I?
the L,
What's
the
the
L is
I?
le-
Because I
lesbian, gay,
swear I'm gonna scribble
bisexual,
this one down. Let
transgender,
me get my
queer,
pen.
and or questioning intersex, intersex, intersex.
Okay, yeah, what's that?
Girl. Hang
Well,
on.
intersex means this term refers to people who naturally have biological traits which do not match what is typically identified as male or female. There are many different intersexual variations. Some intersex people have XXY chromosomes, some ambiguous genitalia and intersexual organs. Okay.
So androgynous.
Yeah.
Hermaphrodite.
Intersexual people can have different sexual orientations and gender identities and expressions. So they just express themselves.
Okay. Differently. Okay.
I'm I'm
I don't even think y'all needed the I. I think it covered everything else in the
I'm about to change my
LGBTQ.
letter, Mimi.
What's
You.
your letter about to be into?
Well, what's my letter now?
I don't know because I called you because I thought you said you was bisexual. I called you gay greedy. But you said what your letter gonna be?
To be continued. How about that? To be continued.
Shit, it don't matter, kid. You like what the hell you like. Shit, that's what it is.
That's what it is. I like
That's
what I
it
like.
is. Yeah.
So listen, thank y'all so much for tonight. Mimi, this was a good show, girl.
Thank you.
You are look, you running the show next week. Think of your topic for next week.
Okay, I got it, child. I got it.
Okay.
I like to. This make me feel like I'm back in the bar.
Oh Lord, thank you, Jermaine. I
Oh.
love talking to you.
Oh,
Thank you
thank
so much
you.
for being a supporter of the book. For those of you that have not bought the
Thank
book,
you for having me.
go out and buy the book.
You don't have
108
your
words to know. Mary,
Yeah.
get the book. Get the book. This will be
And
good
I
for
got the
me.
book in the car, so the folks that be ordering the cocktails, just asking for it. They right in the car.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. And
we
so
gonna sell out of this.
Mimi has her own mobile cocktails that she will deliver to you.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Mimi is on it. And so if you want a cocktail, and listen, Mimi will ship your cocktail to you.
I surely will. We've done it
I know that Mimi
successfully.
is
Yeah.
shipping, honey. Mimi is international. Mimi is
Yeah, you
international.
better speak it. You
She
better
inter-
speak that thing. I received that.
You received that one? All right.
I almost spoke in tongues just now. But this one's gonna be right. That's why the Lord he blocked.
I so love you. So listen, thank you so much. Mary White, thank you so much for staying on the whole show. Mary stayed on the whole show. Now listen, Mimi, we're gonna have an offline conversation about Mary. I can tell you
Okay.
something about Mary. So anyway, Mary's cool people. So I want to let everybody know, thank you so much for your support. As always, please go follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. We are in the chair with Montee. Follow Mimi's personal Instagram page. It's Mimi. What is your
It's Her
personal
Majesty Speaks. All one word.
speak? All one word, honey. Did you hear how she said Her Majesty speaks?
Her Majesty
And so
Speaks.
then follow us on YouTube. In the chair with Montee, and Her Majesty Speaks is on YouTube as well. And then of course, follow our personal pages on Facebook, Instagram, Montee Mont, or you can find Malika Phillips, or you can
Malika Taylor Phillips. Yeah, Malika Phillips. Yeah.
listen. She got so many names. I appreciate y'all.
Mhm.
What's up, Chad? Thank you, Jackie. Thank you so much, y'all. Y'all don't really know what this does to us as far as, helping us build this platform that we're building. We're truly thankful. And as Mimi and I are moving towards bigger and greater things, we're thankful and we're glad that you're here with us for the ride. To my producer, Josiah, and to my other producer, Brandon, thank you. We would be nothing without both of you. You help us out.
Amen.
I wasn't here tonight because he's with Jacoby on tonight, but Josiah used to set up my lighting. I had to do it on my own. However, I still got to give my son his shots out, and I appreciate you all. We love you all. Have a wonderful night. God bless you and peace out.